Well, good morning and welcome back. It's been 6 months since the last time we did a vlog. This is a very special vlog because my contract just ended finally after 9 months, actually 9.5. And this trip is one I've been looking forward to for a very, very, very long time. Last year, this trip was canceled the same week, and so I've been waiting patiently with the rest of humanity through COVID restrictions, travel bans, border closures, and everything else. Needless to say, I believe this one's finally happening, and I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm heading to the airport now, and once we get there, I believe that there's some ticketing issues I got to deal with that I will get into with you guys the next segment here of A-Roll. But until then, let's hope that there's no issues, and very, very much looking forward to what this trip is going to entail. And we'll see you soon. We'll check in probably when we get to Denver on our way to the East Coast. Alright, I'm at the airport now. I'm in Denver. I'm on my way to Boston. The reason why I didn't want to get into this earlier was because I didn't want to jinx anything. One of my flights got canceled yesterday. Originally, this trip I had booked first to Ireland and then Iceland. Since I'm a U.S. citizen and the borders are still closed, I'm actually not able to go on that leg of the trip, and that flight got canceled, which I knew was going to happen, but essentially because that was my final destination, they canceled my entire trip. So after many hours of struggling with the airline, I got permission to keep my previous 2 flights, one with a layover in Boston and the second with a technical layover in Reykjavik. I got permission to take those flights, but when I tried to check in, it didn't let me. It said those flights didn't exist, so I got worried, and I got to the airport about 3 hours earlier. Normally, I'm not a big fan of getting to the airport early. I don't like to sit at the terminal and wait. I like to get there and get right on the plane, but because of the nature of what happened, I didn't want to risk this trip not happening, because it's been over a year since this trip got canceled, and I did not want anything to come in the way of me getting on this plane and going overseas. So I was able to get everything sorted out, got my boarding passes printed and just fine, and now I'm at the terminal. So first stop in Boston for a couple hours, grab a lobster roll hopefully, and then straight on to Reykjavik. Land about 6 a.m. local time tomorrow morning. I will see you soon. Alright, so we made it to Boston, and it took about 3.5 hours. Pretty easy flight, no issues. The one thing I wanted to do when I was here in Boston was get a lobster roll. I don't care if it's $30 or $40 or market price or whatever that is. But yeah, there's supposed to be legal seafood. Is not open in the terminal right now. Most places in Logan International are not open right now for whatever reason. So I had to do the one thing that I didn't want to do, and I had to go to Monica's. It's a pretty good place. There's the original Monica's is in the Old North End in Boston, and obviously this is not the same one, but food's good, so just got a sandwich. But I did want a beer, and I went up to get a beer, and the girl was like, yeah, we only have shots. And I was like, that's fine, actually. Shots I can handle. So then she asked if I wanted a double for $4 more, and I'm like, what kind of a question is that? Like, of course the answer is yes. So got the drink down, and we're gonna grab some snacks and some waters and stuff. Got about an hour and a half to board, and hopefully get some sleep as we fly over the Atlantic, and we'll check in as soon as we get to Reykjavik. We'll be in Iceland at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning local time. See you soon.
Down low, with emotions high, feel exposed, but there's nothing to hide. Letting go, all the ropes are tied, and you're doubting your purpose.
Finally made it. We're here in Reykjavik. Just got out of the grocery store, or the co-op, whatever you want to call it. Grabbed some food after a fiasco with the rental car place. Just like England and pretty much everywhere else on earth I've ever been, there's always an issue with the car rental place. So this time I walked to the shuttle buses. The shuttle buses were parked, there was nobody in them, and so I called the rental place and the guy was like, yeah, we don't use those anymore because of COVID. And I was like, all right, so what do you recommend? And he's like, well, you can just walk here. And I was like, all right, that's fine, I guess I'll just walk there. It's not like I haven't been traveling like 16 hours or anything. So I walked, which I guess wasn't such a bad thing. Well, another guy I met in there from England said that he's been here before, and basically it would have taken longer to get on the shuttle anyway, so it was not that far of a walk. It was like 750 or 800 meters or something. Just a lot of weight to pull after having to go through customs, which was also a fun experience because not only did I have to go present all of my proof of vaccination, but they still make you actually do a negative PCR test. So what happens here in Iceland now, and keep in mind it's May of 2021 and borders just opened here just over a month ago. So what they do now here, well, for the time being anyways, is they take your passport, they take your CDC card with your vaccination information on it, and then they actually still make you sit down and do a negative PCR test. And what they do is they give you your visa not in your passport, they actually give you your visa on a post-it note sticking out of your passport, which you go downstairs, they swab you, and they say go downstairs, present this to the customs officer. Even though you've already been through customs and shown them your passport and gotten your visa, you have to show it to them again downstairs. And then they say, well, you have to wait 5 or 6 hours to go to any public place. And I'm like, well, where are you supposed to wait at? And she's like, well, technically you can just go to your hotel or whatever, which doesn't really apply to me because it's not like I'm staying in Reykjavik. I have a rental car, I'm driving through the south coast today, or to the end of the south coast basically. So anyways, she's like, well, you know, you're not really supposed to be in public places, but you know, your phone, you have to do pre-registration on your phone through the app now instead of filling out a card like the old school way when you enter borders on the plane. Any international countries like that really, but now what they do is you just do it on the app and there's a barcode and you scan it. So because that's hooked into your phone number, you get a text whenever your negative PCR test comes back, and then you're allowed to move about freely. But they don't really monitor you, they don't keep tabs on you, which is kind of strange. They kind of are just like, well, you know, just don't go anywhere public, but you can go to your hotel. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really make sense. Like, who's gonna monitor you? Like, they don't really have a system in place. So anyways, I got my rental car, which I didn't rush because I was in no rush anyways. And I went to the co-op, grabbed some food. We'll do a little grab and tell here. Let's see what we got. Got some TP, just in case there's an emergency. Got some water. Let's see. Got the usual. Got some, let's see, what do we got here? We got some salami. Got some prosciutto, pepperoni, the usual. You know how we do every time we go overseas, do the same thing. Did I get the Parmesan like last time? Let's find out. Oh, there it is. I got the Parmesan. It's all about hard meats and cheeses, guys, when you travel. Good stuff to keep in your car. As long as you're not in a hot country, usually your stuff stays good. And then I got a sandwich and some chips, just in case. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start making my way over to Hof. It's about a 4.5 hour drive. I'm sure that I'll be awestruck on the way and I'll have to stop a million times, but 4.5 hours nonstop. We'll see how it goes. We'll check in as soon as we get there and we'll see you soon.
Letting go ever
going on? We are here in Hof, Iceland. I just got to my room and it's pretty nice actually. It's more like a hotel room than a hostel. So in here we've got a nice shower with actual hot water. I can't believe it. I've actually already taken a shower because I was nasty and sweaty and gross from traveling for so long. But here you can see, got a nice clothes rack, some coffee. There's an actual charging station that takes a Euro plug that works for once. The last time I was in Europe, I had issues with all the Euro plugs, but this one actually works, which is awesome because I was really worried my phone was going to be dead for the next 6 days until I got back to Reykjavik. So anyways, I have a double bed, private bathroom, and there's a pretty amazing view out my window here. Behind this this mountain range right here, is the largest glacier on the island that extends all the way down the coast over here around this bend. There's a little bend that goes around here and you can actually see part of it. And I believe that's where the Svartavoss waterfall is. I'll try to hike that later this afternoon, or should I say night, because the sun doesn't go down until 11 o'clock. So far, it's been pretty awesome. I think I'm actually gonna lay down and take a nap because I am super exhausted. I slept about 3 hours on the plane, which is better than nothing, but still. So I'm gonna have a nice little nap for about 3 hours, and then I'm gonna go have dinner in the hotel, and then after that's over, I'm gonna drive over to Svartavoss and hike up there. Hopefully a little more rested than I am now. So we will check back in later this evening and then tomorrow. I think tomorrow is we're gonna hit up that Nailed It Fish and Chips place, which is right on the Glacier Lagoon by Diamond Beach. So stay tuned. Lots more goodies to come. What's up? Good morning. Day 2, Iceland South Coast. I'm at Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, and it is absolutely incredible. I won't bore you with talking much more about it. It's the largest glacier in Iceland, and the weather's actually pretty darn good out here right now. It's partly cloudy again. It's not raining. I cannot believe that the weather's been so good. It's a little bit overcast, but it has not been raining. It's not been drizzling. I'll let you just watch the B-roll and kind of take it all in because there's no point in going into it further now. I just enjoyed a little sandwich here on the beach, and it was one hell of a view to have lunch, I'll tell you. This place is incredible. Diamond Beach is right on the other side of the bridge over here on my left. I'm gonna head back to my room. It's about 37 kilometers away, so it'll take about 25 minutes or so. I completely drained 2 drone batteries since I've been here. I wasn't expecting my drone to work, but I gave it one last shot because it's not been able to link up, and I've been really upset about it. And one of the forums in DJI said, try popping out the memory card and swapping the memory card out. So when I did that, I was able to actually get it to calibrate the compass, which is a first. I never knew that. Maybe it's pure luck, who knows. It probably has nothing to do with it, and it's just all in your head, kind of a luck thing. But I was able to get the drone synced and get some footage, which was great. We're driving up here with the mountains and the tips of the glaciers in the background. And then once I got to Diamond Beach, I thought the same thing was going to happen. Usually when you turn the drone off, turn it back on, you have the same issue where you have to calibrate the compass. Maybe I'm close enough where I don't have to do that again. Thank God I was able to get some great footage of Diamond Beach and the waves, the tides going out, and it's just fantastic here. I don't even know how to put it into words. If you're ever in Iceland and you have the opportunity to drive here, I highly recommend it. It's about 5 hours from Reykjavik, but it's totally worth it. So anyways, just gonna keep exploring today, Probably won't check back in until tomorrow. I'm gonna head out from Hof and head over to Vik tomorrow, where Black Sand Beach is, and the cliffs and caves and stuff. So we will check in hopefully tomorrow, and we'll be there for a couple of nights. We'll see you soon.